Hello, and welcome back to another dark episode of Dookie Forge. In this episode, well, we probably won't be doing any forging. And it's a bummer, but it's also not. I was debating whether or not to make this video, because those of you that are watching, I am fairly new to all this. You know, I don't really have an audience. I don't really, know what I'm doing. Videos are just so-so, and so on and so forth. And so this video is a little bit different because it's more of a just life update. And I figured I would make this video anyway, even though it makes me a little uncomfortable, just because I want to take this video making stuff and this whole journey I'm on kind of seriously. And I figured I should make this video anyway, even if I feel a little uncomfortable. But not uncomfortable in a weird way. It's just I'm still not comfortable with the camera and all that stuff. But as far as the update is that anybody who's watched my previous videos knows I am in downtown Chicago in a studio, penthouse apartment, up in the sky, living it up. And the big update is basically I am moving for reasons I'm not going to get into. I am moving, and I'm actually going back home, I guess, to be closer to family in Pennsylvania. And, there's a lot of reasons for that, and I won't get into a lot of them. But this brings up some interesting pluses and minuses. Some of the minuses, like I said, I won't mention. But some of the pluses is I will have more access to blacksmithing in general. If things go well, I should theoretically have access to going out and blacksmithing almost every day, if not every day. Whereas here in downtown Chicago, I built the mobile forge to help practice more, but I was still only able to use it on the weekends if it wasn't raining or snowing like it is now, or, well, was a little while ago, or windy or super cold or whatever. So even at best, I could only get 1 day a week on the mobile forge, maybe 2 if I spent the whole weekend. So it was pretty rough. So that's one of the positives of moving. Now the negatives, there's many as well. One of them is just the fact that I'm moving, and it's just, a pain in the butt to do all that. So the studio apartment looks a little different. Computers and stuff will be packed up last because that is part of my actual work, my day job. Actually, part of the worry of me moving was that I would have a chance of losing my job, but luckily they're allowing me to keep my job and work fully remote. So that's actually huge, because financially, I'm not making any money doing this for sure, and financial issues would arise if I had to move. So my moving was a non-negotiable. I had to go, but yeah, I'm able to keep my job. So the plan, hopefully, we'll see. I mean, this is going to be the first update video, and I'm going to have other sections, hopefully kind of cataloging this this move and see how things go. But hopefully this move should result in more blacksmithing, more just creation, more everything. And hopefully, I don't know what I'm doing. So that's a little bit of an update, and I will have more updates as I go, like driving a U-Haul. Never done that before, so that'll be cool. I will see you as time flows. Oh, well, I didn't record much on the trip down. It was pretty unexciting, I suppose. I was just driving and driving, that's it. I did stay in a hotel one night, and I didn't really want to show all the roaches that I had to sleep with, so I didn't record that. Pretty gruesome. But we're here, back in Pennsylvania, finally. And I'm actually about to start setting up the cart and setting up the little shop again in the barn. Now, over there is the state of Pennsylvania from the guillotine tool video. And in the main barn here, might be a little dark, hopefully it's not too bad. But in the main barn, it's obviously full of other stuff, but and it's made entirely of wood. And forging in an entirely made of wood and hay is not really, well, it's not really ideal. So we have the state of Pennsylvania right here, which is where I am in this dark place. And there's some other work going on as well. But I have the cart here, and I'm going to be re-putting it together after the move and starting to set up. And hopefully I might be able to start hitting some things. Now in this room there is a nasty echo, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get rid of it. It might just be part of the videos from here on for a little while. But yeah, this is a nice little metal shop, so I won't catch anything on fire. And yeah, I'm going to start carrying the things in and setting up. There we go. One really heavy item. Oh. Oh. Probably not the smartest thing. Oh, that's enough heavy lifting for now. My weak bones has got to recover. So, I'm just going to walk around and show you some cool stuff. I think. Maybe. Let me grab my phone. Because, well, I'm not in downtown Chicago anymore. And some things out here are a little different. We got, well, if it doesn't come through on the camera, I'll have a picture of it just from the phone. But piles of hay. You ain't seen that in Chicago. And, well, got a little wood shop over here. It's a little dark still, but a little workshop. All my stuff just piled there with the wood. And this barn has a downstairs as well as an upstairs, I guess, if you want to call it an upstairs. It's a semi-upstairs loft type thing. And there's stuff up there. But outside is where things are really different from Chicago. And one, have a lot of open space. There's the garage door for Pennsylvania. And back here, I don't know if you can see it very well, but back here is a fenced off 5 acres-ish area where well, there used to be sheep here, but now there's just chickens and ducks and some other stuff. And guard dogs. Hey, let's go see the guard dog, see if it bites me. Don't think it will. She should remember me. Hopefully. Good morning. Good morning. See, good body, good doggy. Good dog. Oh yeah. Still butt scratches. So I woke her up in the morning. Living outside. But that's what she does. Protects up there the chicken coop. And there's a creek that runs through the property that flows almost all year round. I'm pretty sure I've only seen it once when it was dry. And it's very rare, but there's a creek, which is pretty sweet. There's a beehive over there. They keep bees here too. A rundown old barn that something new could be built there, which would be pretty sweet. I have some designs, but you know, got to convince the old man to do it or not. But yeah, building that's been collapsed since we moved here, actually, which was a long time ago. So we didn't do this. This was done in the previous owners. Big pipe. Don't know what the heck that's for. But it's a big pipe. This is downstairs of the barn. Got a little coop in there for baby chickens. And downstairs, just storage and things like that. Pretty cool barn. And then the little barn, which my father and I built by hand mostly. We harvested the trees and everything. And when I was in high school, see if the lights turn on. It's very dark, but there's an upstairs and all these big beams we shaped and all that stuff. All the mortise and tenons and the pegs. I spent weeks making pegs, wooden pegs, by hand for this barn. So this is a pretty cool side barn with other stuff in it and a cool upstairs that is just cool, you know, if you like barns and things, which you should, because if you don't, you ain't cool. But yeah, oh yeah, there's one last thing. Well, there's a few things. Up there's another chicken coop in the distance for raising specific birds out of the flock, out of the main flock. We got coal furnace in here, which we built as well when I was a kid. We built this little building to house the furnace that heats the houses. Oh, that's the farmhouse. That's a little house. And then across the street, unfortunately the street does cut the property in half, but it's not too bad. But across the street is where things get cool as well. And that's because all this land is also here, including that retention pond over there beyond the hill, and the bump and the pond, and it goes around the pond, and just over the other side there's the creek still runs right down there. And yeah, it's a pretty cool place to be, to say the least. And well, that leaves the grand tour of Pennsylvania. That's all there is. And that's all there will be. So I will start putting together the cart, and I'll see you back in there. hopefully this is a nice short video. In the dark now is how we will end. But I'm here. I'm relatively set up. Let's go into the light. Relatively set up, and as you saw, the forge lit, and everything should be going pretty good. Next up, I do have to do a little bit of a repair. I have to put some cement on the top piece, but that'll just be a real quick, 10-minute type video or something like that. And but yeah, soon we will be forging and making some stuff in Pennsylvania, which will be cool. So, I guess this is the end. I will leave you with this episode's quote of the week. This episode's quote. I still haven't figured out what I'm gonna call it. Just this episode's quote. That's what I'll leave you with. Okay, bye.
Hey, who's that Quotamon? Oh, I'm Harrison Ford. Get off my plane. Get off my plane. It's my plane. It's my plane now. I get to crash. I'm gonna crash my own plane into somebody's house. Get off my plane. Hey, oh yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm here and I'm handsome, young Harrison Ford. Look at me, look at me. All I gotta say is let off some steam, Bennett. Oh, that's a good one. But you don't even, you wouldn't, you can't, nobody knows what that is. Except for me, young old man Harrison Ford. Get off my plane.